Have you ever wondered if God has already answered your prayer, but you did not recognize it? Have you ever cried in prayer and said, "Lord, I trust you, but I am tired of waiting"? You love God. You want to do things the right way, yet your heart feels confused, delayed, and sometimes discouraged. Let me tell you something very important today. God is not silent because he is absent. Sometimes God is silent because he is working, and many people miss their miracle because they are expecting God to move in a way he never promised. So let me gently open your heart to this truth. God has specific ways of introducing you to your soulmate, and when you understand his ways, waiting will no longer feel meaningless. The first way God introduces you to your soulmate is after he develops your character. Before God brings the right person, he shapes the right heart. In the beginning, God did not create Eve immediately. He formed Adam. He gave him purpose. He gave him responsibility. Only after Adam understood who he was did God say it was time for companionship. Many people are praying for love, while God is working on maturity. They are asking for connection, while God is healing wounds. If you feel like God is correcting you, stretching you, teaching you patience, it is not because he is against you. It is because your future requires growth. God will never introduce your soulmate to a version of you that cannot love well. The waiting season is not punishment, it is preparation. The second way God introduces you to your soulmate is through divine alignment, not emotional pressure. God does not rush love. People rush love. When God brought Rebekah to Isaac, there was no manipulation, no desperation, no confusion. God aligned the timing, the place, and the hearts. Rebekah was simply being faithful in her daily assignment when destiny found her. When God introduces your soulmate, it will not feel chaotic. It will not steal your peace. It will not make you anxious. What comes from God comes with clarity. If you are constantly afraid of losing someone, if you feel pressured to compromise, if the relationship drains your faith, pause and listen. God's introductions are peaceful, not pressured. The third way God introduces you to your soulmate is after he removes the wrong people. This is the part many people struggle with. God often removes before he replaces. Ruth lost her husband. Her future seemed empty. Her heart carried grief, but what Ruth could not see was that God was positioning her for Boaz. Sometimes a relationship ends, not because you failed, but because God refused to let you settle. God will never introduce your soulmate while your heart is still attached. 2. What is hurting you? If God closed a door, do not keep knocking. Trust that the same God who allowed the ending is also preparing a new beginning. The fourth way God introduces you to your soulmate is during seasons of obedience. Not comfort, not convenience. Obedience. Joseph did not meet destiny while chasing attention. He met it while staying faithful when life was unfair. When you obey God even when it hurts, even when you feel alone, even when no one understands your choices, God sees. And in his time, he rewards obedience with alignment. Your soulmate will not pull you away from God. They will walk with you toward him. If someone causes you to compromise your faith, they are not sent by God. God's introductions strengthen your relationship with him, not weaken Italiano. The fifth way God introduces you to your soulmate is when you learn to trust his timing. This is where faith is tested. David was anointed king long before he wore the crown. There was a gap between the promise and the fulfillment. That gap is where trust is built. If God brought your soulmate too early, you might destroy what you prayed for. So God waits. He prepares both hearts. He aligns both journeys. And when the moment comes, you will understand why it could not happen sooner. God's timing is never late. It is always intentional. Let me ask you something from the heart. Is the love you desire drawing you closer to God or pulling you away? And are you willing to trust God even if his plan looks different than your expectations? These questions matter, because love sent by God never leads you away from him. If you are waiting today, you are not forgotten. If you are praying today, you are being heard. If you feel tired, God is still faithful. Do not settle because you are lonely. Do not rush because you are afraid. Do not compare because you feel behind. God knows your heart. God knows your tears. God knows your future. And when he introduces you to your soulmate, it will not feel forced. It will feel right. Until that moment, trust him. Obey him. Grow with him. Because the same God who wrote your destiny also knows the perfect moment to introduce you to the person meant to walk beside you. Wait, well, trust deeply. God is never late.